Statement win for the Atlanta Falcons. Statement win. Yes, I'm going to wear my chain today because I am actually happy that the Falcons get another big win in this season. The first one was against the Minnesota Vikings. This one, you going up against another good opponent, 4-1 on the season, Buffalo Bills. And how about the defense? I did not know. I probably knew, but I didn't care. The Falcons have the number one defense in the league. And it kind of was showed today. Ben don't break defense to close the game out. Malone with the interception after the ball was tipped. I can't remember who tipped it, but overall, what can you say about this team? With the defense that they played, holding Buffalo to 14 points, and you also get a lot of production out of Bijan Robinson and Drake London. I mean, you couldn't really ask for a better game, all things considered. Now, were things kind of dicey? Yeah, I think things were a little bit dicey, but this is what you have when you have the Atlanta Falcons, playing football. The Falcons give you this sense of, letdown every single time. So, especially after the half, once that halftime play, the halftime came up and you had that play by Drake London where we could have had this game 28-7 at half. Everybody was like, oh my God, this could come back to bite us. And I was like, I wasn't really thinking like that. I was more into the sense of, I love the fact that it was aggressive. I love the fact that that play really wasn't supposed to go like that. So I was like surprised. It was supposed to be just a play, you catch the ball and go down. Drake just happened to break the tackle. And, it kind of caught everybody by surprise because I was like, man, if they score this is excellent. This will be awesome. But nevertheless, he ends up with 10 catches, 158. Bijan Robinson had 19 carries for 170. And Michael Penix, he had some little issues at the end of the game, in the fourth quarter, third quarter, but he still had 20 or 32, 250. Holding Josh Allen to 169 yards passing. Man, what can you say about that? Yeah, they had some injuries, this, that, and the third, but look, you can't, it is what it is. Everybody's hurt. We didn't have some of our players, and it is what it is. James Cook also ran the ball, 17 carries for 87 yards. He got a lot of those yards in the third quarter. I mean, they started to run the ball, tried to get a rhythm, this, that, and the third, and all that was going on, and they still wasn't able to really capitalize on what they did. Josh Palmer was the leading receiver with the 60 yards on 2 catches. Ray Davis and Dawson Knox had the touchdowns for the Buffalo Bills. Let's go back to the Falcons really quick. Tyler Algier, how about him? His first touchdown was the first touchdown of the game. Tyler Algier just ran over somebody, get the license plate on that. He ran over a guy for a touchdown. He had 10 carries for 32 yards. And Bijan Robinson also had 68 yards receiving. Kyle Pitts, very quiet game, but some of those catches were very important. 3 catches for 18. And, really, honestly, the unsung hero of this game, and how about Felipe Franks? Felipe Franks getting the defense to jump off sides when we really needed that free first down. That really set the tone for Buffalo to get rid of their timeouts. If it wasn't for that, anything could have happened. We could have got stopped. They could have had their timeouts after we kicked the field goal after that. But resetting that play, resetting the downs really helped us to get in the position that we're in and be up by 10 and kind of made Buffalo panic a little bit. Because even though they're down by 10 and that you have Josh Allen, you still have a lot of work to do to actually tie this game or even win it. So I said it on X. Getting 10 points is ideal, getting a touchdown is ideal, but the field goal still gives you that thought in the back of your mind like, oh man, Josh Allen, I think he's the reigning MVP. He could make things happen within 2 minutes. You don't want to be in that situation, especially with Michael Penix. I think he has a hurt arm. Hopefully, I don't think it's nothing serious. Don't look like nothing serious, but you could tell that he needed to be ducked off out this game. Like, we need her to win this game and get out of here. We do not need to go into overtime. We don't need to be trying to fight back if they score. Not with his situation. We need to go ahead and close this game out. So I thought they was going to be able to close it out right then and there with a touchdown. It would have been good. The field goal kind of made me feel a little weary. It did. Now, before I get out, I want to talk about this defense. The defense did a phenomenal job. They did a phenomenal job. D. Alford had a sack and an interception. David Onyemata had a sack. Sam Roberts had a sack. Ruka Rororo had a sack. I think that's it. Everybody who had a sack. D'Angelo Malone with the closing interception. I mean, this defense, honestly, they played very, very good. Very good. You really can't. I really can't knock them for anything in this game, to be honest. If anything, if I have a knock on anything as a team collectively, I still think Michael Penix has a little issue of reading defenses a little bit. I mean, I could be wrong, but when they started confusing them between zone and run and man, it was like he was kind of caught like a deer in the headlights, and a couple of those could have been interceptions. So I don't know if that's because of the injury, he was a little distracted, or what that. Because beginning of the game, he looked phenomenal. He looked great, but at the same time, the Bills were kind of running I think they're running a zone for the most part, and that just helped Drake London eat. I mean, look, 10 catches, 158. I mean, could have had 2 touchdowns, but it is what it is. But I feel at the end of the day, this was a big win for the Falcons. The Falcons needed this win. They go up 3-2. You look at the standings. It's not really ideal to be in a position you're in because you already lost to the Panthers and the Buccaneers. But the only thing you can do at this point is just win your games. That's the only thing you can do. You can probably get back on the Buccaneers. They look pretty tough, but you probably could get back on with the Buccaneers. You got that defense, and the Panthers have to come to the Mercedes-Benz. So we still got something. Obviously we got something to play for. It's only 5 games, but you still got a lot to play for because the division is not necessary. It's not over. Not by a long shot. You're in the thick of things. You continue to try to win these games. You get that one back from the Buccaneers. You're probably talking about really taking over this division, but you still got a lot of work to do. And it pays to win games like this. These are the games you want to win. And it's just a really good, solid win for the Atlanta Falcons. I'm definitely excited about this win. I'm glad that they was able to pull this off. And I think going forward, when you have to play, you got to go on the West Coast next week. Got to play the 49ers. 49ers ain't looking too tough. You may still have a shot there. So the next game coming up, it's a Sunday night game. You going on to the West Coast, that may be a tough outing. But hey, with the defense, the way they're playing, you can make something happen. We kind of felt a little wary when we played the Vikings. We kind of felt a little wary when we played the Commanders. But I believe that this defense is legit. I mean, they really are. They're getting all over the place. They're causing some havoc, but at the end, it was kind of like bend, don't break. And that kind of concerned me a little bit. But I do like how this game finished. And this is how you got to win in the NFL. This is just how you have to win. Long as you don't play like you did against the Panthers, honestly, when you look at everything, even when you lost against the Buccaneers, it's not like you did anything crazy. I mean, it was still a solid game. And at 4 out of 5 games, you played good. You keep that up. I mean, you got a chance to make something happen. But it's all because you're playing against top-tier opponents like the Bills. They came in 4-1. They had a lot of aspirations to be one of the top teams, and they still may be one of the top teams in the AFC. You was able to beat them in a pretty good, in a pretty good way. It wasn't that bad at all. So kudos to the Falcons once again. Shout out to the team. Phenomenal win. And I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm going to get up out of here. And y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good night. And I'll see you on the next one. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.